A much quieter day today than it was 1 year ago. This afternoon, this evening, that's when we had 15 to 20 tornadoes rip through eastern Carolina here, and unfortunately 12 dead in Bertie County. Here's a look at your Storm Track 12 planning forecast as we go on through. This is what I'm tracking for the day today. A windy and warm day, again 1 year after the fact, with the severe storms that ripped through us here in the east, very reminiscent of what we saw this past weekend out in the central plains, and it does look like showers and storms are going to be scattered about here for us as we head on through the midweek period. All right, going back to a year ago, this is what the map looked like as far as the families of tornadoes. You can kind of see them in line segments pretty much here, get going in around that 3:30, 4 o'clock neighborhood, and even continuing after sunset. Again, a year ago today, the biggest storm, the most rare storm, was actually in Bertie County. Not only did it have the 12 fatalities associated with it, but also it was a rare meteorological event because it was a multi-vortex tornado. The main thunderstorm spawned the one tornado around Esquiville, but then a secondary vortex formed off towards the east of it, towards Coleraine, having its own separate track before these storms advanced across the Sound and Albemarle, across the Kashai River and headed on up into northeastern North Carolina before they finally eventually ended up dissipating. So it was one of the longer track storms that we had, over a 19-mile track on this, 3/4 of a mile wide. So again, very similar to what we saw this past weekend out in the central plains as far as the tornadoes were concerned. Here's your Storm Track 12 forecast, though, for the day today. Again, windy and warm, much quieter today than it was a year ago today. Temps in mid to maybe a couple upper 80s, not completely out of the question. We'll stay clear early, and then low clouds do form as the atmosphere kind of stabilizes. We get the inversion that sets up. Still going to be on the warm side, though, with temps into the low to mid 60s tonight. Scattered showers and thunderstorms around, especially tomorrow afternoon, south of the Kinston-Newbern Oriental line. That's where I think some of the stronger storms will be. And again, tomorrow there is potential for some heavy downpours, some gusty winds, and potentially even some hail associated with those storms. That's something we'll continue to keep you alerted to as we go on through today and tomorrow. Speaking of the Midwest storm system, here it is, finally getting on the move, as the low pressure system now headed up in towards Wisconsin and the Great Lakes. And that's going to drag the cold front to the area here. And as that does, this is what's going to be happening, that we are going to watch the front come in as a backdoor front, drop in from the north to the south across the area tomorrow. Now, meanwhile, the southern area of this line today, across Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, is going to be on the active side. But again, we're not anticipating the severe weather outbreak with this system now that we saw back on Friday and Saturday as it was making its way out into the plains. For us, though, notice hardly a cloud to be seen east of the Mississippi River. That's because that's where the upper level ridge is, at the jet stream level here. We do have those southwesterly winds being pumped in out ahead of this. Now, you'll notice, though, the ridge axis is starting to make its way off the coast, and as that continues to progress eastbound for the day today, that is going to allow the short wave that is currently back over Texas to eventually make its way into the Tennessee Valley. That's going to drag that front into the neighborhood here, at least initially tonight, going into tomorrow, before it returns back to the north as a warm front tomorrow afternoon. And then after that, we'll continue with a kind of a zonal flow. Colder air in Canada staying up there, although a chunk of it does get sent into our neighborhood here, with the real warmth remaining across the deep south. And then you'll notice as we head into the weekend here, this next trough is starting to dig in. And this one is going to be able to tap into some of that colder air and bring it our way as we head into the first part of next week. But at least through Saturday, going into Sunday, that trough does remain off towards our west. And it does look like here showers and thunderstorms will be scattered about for Saturday going into Sunday, as well as that trough digs into the east. Here's what Storm Track 12 Futurecast shows. South-southwesterly winds for us for the day today. Good deal of sunshine around. The front makes its way across the mountains around sunset tonight, and then again drops in as a backdoor cold front going from north to south across the area. Still maintaining with those southwesterly winds early on across the area tomorrow, but then as that front comes in, higher dew point air, the upper level support along with it will touch off some showers and thunderstorms that will be scattered about for the afternoon and evening hours. And again, some of those could have some heavy downpours, potentially even some gusty winds associated with them as they do make their way across the area. The front gets down to the South Carolina-North Carolina border before lifting back north as a warm front as we go through the day on Wednesday, with more showers around, although more stratiform rain I think we'll see on Wednesday, with a slim chance of a thunderstorm thrown in there. But looks like the cooler air coming in on the northeasterly winds, that'll give us temps only into the low 70s. 80 degrees as we gradually clear out on Thursday, with the sunshine in here for Friday. Temps returning back above normal, and then we will see showers and thunderstorms scattered about as we head into the weekend. Again, the timing of that still is going to need to be worked out. Some of the forecast models are bringing it in as Saturday afternoon. Others are bringing it in Saturday morning. Other forecast models bringing the showers and storms in here on Sunday, so that's something we'll have to fine-tune for you and keep you alerted to. I'm Storm Track 12 meteorologist Les Dill for this Monday.